Local government you didn't know you need to know, straight from the source. Be sure to check out other news and information from the City of Stillwater at stillwater.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter. Hi, I'm your host, Sherry Fletcher, Director of Marketing and Civic Engagement. Today, my co-host is Megan Pardue, Communication Coordinator for the City of Stillwater. So we have a kind of a new sort of employee in the marketing department.
We have adopted,
that's exactly, the safety coordinator. We found out that he's like a really good photographer.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
So he went and took photographs for us, and you know what the best thing was? We didn't have to go into this muddy area to take photographs, and he did it for us. So I'm really excited. So people are going to start seeing some photographs from a new source.
Yeah, from out and about, all of the projects we have going on out on boots on the ground.
Yeah, he's going to
Stillwater.
go cover the boots on the ground. So I'm really excited about that because that's something we've had a hard time getting photos of. So we're excited about that. We are also excited today to have Barbara Bliss in the podcast room with us.
Yes, we are. So today our guest is Barbara Bliss, and she is a new visitor. It's first time.
She's a first-time podcaster.
Yes. So Barbara is over community resources, and that encompasses a lot of things like the community center, the senior activity center, parks, trails, ballparks. The list goes on.
On and on.
Yes, Barbara, welcome.
Thank you. It is a pleasure being here.
Have you ever done a podcast before?
I have not.
You are a first-time podcaster all the way around.
Yes, I listen to them, especially those murder mysteries.
Oh, yeah, I like those
but,
too.
yeah.
I also found one that I liked really well the other day. It's called Cocaine and Rhinestones. It's a history of country music in the 20th century. I think it's one of the best podcasts out there.
Where does the cocaine come in at?
Well, I kind of think that's maybe a
Is that
pastime.
how they made such good
I think
country
that's kind of. I think it's a running theme in the.
Okay.
But it was really good. I've really been enjoying podcasts. So, but you like the murder ones?
Yes.
All right. There's some really good ones. I've got one bookmarked for the. Is it the Blue Dahlia murder?
Oh, yeah.
So they go through it. I think it's like 10 episodes. So I think they're going like way deep into that one. But now that we know that you like a murder mystery podcast, we're also going to ask you we're going to have a lightning round.
Okay.
And we're going to ask you some random but revealing questions.
Okay, I'll do
Are
my
you ready?
best. I am ready.
She is prepared.
All right, I have good ones today.
Okay.
So, if a movie was made of your life, what genre would it be, and who would play you?
Well, who would play me? We look nothing alike, but it would be Jennifer Lawrence.
I love J-Law.
She was awesome as Katniss. Mm-hmm. But I've done some research on her, and she was raised with two brothers like I was, and her mother raised her to be tough.
Right.
And
because she talks about the harassing she got from her brother.
Yes, and they just threw her into the fire and she had to survive. So she would play me because I would do a biographical sports film, kind of based, you know how Rudy is? Mm-hmm. I don't think we'd call it Barbara, but that's...
I like that title.
I think we could do it.
Bliss or something like that.
Bliss.
But that's because like Rudy, who loved Notre Dame, I loved Ohio State. Mm-hmm. That was my main goal growing up.
Buckeyes?
The Buckeyes.
Yeah.
And I wanted to play sports at Ohio State.
Football?
I wanted to play football, but obviously that wasn't going to happen.
But it would today.
Today you'd have an opportunity. Back in the 70s, no. So I walked on to the softball team, had never played fast-pitch softball because my high school didn't have it. Went through the tryouts. First time up, I hit a triple off the pitcher. Second time up, I hit a double off the pitcher.
Oh, my God.
But after the practice, the tryout, the coach came up to me and she said, "You look a little uncomfortable up there to bat." And I said, "Well, I've never played fast-pitch softball." And she had this look on her face like, I thought, maybe I'm going to make the team.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I did. So I achieved my goal. I was a 4-year letter winner, all Big Ten. So that was, I was going to do whatever I had to do to get to Ohio State. So I could see her being.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
fitting.
Okay, we now are going to write a script. Because we're gonna do this. Maybe.
Okay.
Yes,
We're gonna
Bliss
do it.
coming to a
Bliss
theater
coming
near
to-
you.
There you go.
Okay, second question. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So, you have to sing karaoke. What song do you pick?
Midnight Train to Georgia, Gladys Knight and the Pips. I do the Pips.
You do the
I can do all of the movements. Woohoo! And I can do all of that, but
if you guys could have just seen that, it was blissful.
I can do the Pips.
All right, that's good. I'm with you there. Okay.
Okay, final question. If you had to eat one meal every day for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Okay, I'm from northwestern Ohio, so I would eat Roots shredded chicken sandwiches with Ballricks potato chips.
Wow.
It's
You were ready for that
It's
one.
a northwestern Ohio thing. It's one of those dishes they serve at every graduation party, wedding reception.
Potluck.
Shredded chicken. And Roots has been in business for like 75 years, so they make their own.
That sounds good.
It's
I'm
just
hungry.
wonderful.
So do you have to go make a road trip every so often?
Yes, and I bring it back. My family doesn't get it.
Yeah.
I eat it every day when I'm in Ohio, but they don't appreciate it as much as I do. So,
but if we were going to make the movie of your life, that would have to be
Rich shredded chicken would
yeah.
have to be in it. Yes.
Awesome. So I think we know a little bit about Barbara now.
Mm-hmm.
So how's the fast pitch now?
How's the fast pitch?
Yeah. How's the game?
I've pretty much retired. I'll hit 60 this year, so. I play a little golf. I probably haven't played softball in years. So yeah.
Well, let's jump into your career path. So, how did you get from Ohio to Stillwater to the Community Resource Department?
I did my bachelor's degree at Ohio State in Parks and Recreation Education.
So you have you've just made, you knew the direction you were going for a long time.
Growing up, we had the playground, the schools were open in the summer and they had like a playground program at each one of the schools. So I would be there every day. We organized our own softball team, slow pitch. We played at the school 9 to 4 and then I'd ride my bike home. Did that every summer. I just felt like that's something I wanted to get involved with. Either in the intramural aspects, like at a college university, or either working for a city in their Parks and Rec department. Did my master's at Indiana University in Parks and Recreation Administration. Right out of school, they offered me the job here in Stillwater. I got in my Camaro, drove out here.
So had you been to Oklahoma?
Kind of funny. I had been in Norman 4 times because that's where we played our spring break softball tournament games.
So that was your introduction
and
to Oklahoma.
I wasn't thrilled with Oklahoma.
Yeah.
At least not Norman.
Well, who is?
Okay, there you go. So I came here, really liked the people in the department. They offered me the job. I took it, moved out here not knowing anyone. And 35 and a half years later, I'm still here.
You're still here. So you're kind of an institution in the Stillwater Park and Rec history.
Yes. I have a lot of history. And in fact, when Larry Devers retired, he was an old Parks guy. He handed me the book with all of the
hidden handshakes and
history
everything.
of Parks and Recreation, told me to take care of it. So
And do you?
I do.
Yeah.
And I'll hopefully pass it on to the next person.
Awesome. So you've been in with Park and Rec. So you know about the parks, the playgrounds, the youth sport, adult sport,
special events.
So you've been in a little bit of everything.
Right.
So what changes or trends have you seen that maybe surprised you, or you wish? Again, let's just stick with surprise you.
Well, obviously the public-private partnerships have really blossomed within the past 5 years. And I'm now the liaison between all of our public-private partners. So we used to be heavily involved, did all the youth and adult sports. Right. That's now done by Stillwater Area Sports Association. We used to have Lake McMurtry under our control.
Right.
But when Public Works absorbed all of our parks employees into their system, it was difficult for us to maintain Lake McMurtry, and we found someone who was willing to do that. The Arts Center, Prairie Arts, we used to do it as Multi-Graphis Arts Center, found a partner to do that. So we've done that with probably 8 to 10 different programs, and I'm kind of the go-between.
So you have to, and because you have a history of knowing, you already know how to run all these things.
If I don't know how to run it, I at least know what they're talking about, and I can find the person or persons I need to send out there to help them, whether it's maintenance issues, They have an issue with how to deal with a parent. What would I do? Things like that.
Right.
So I'm kind of their sounding board also.
And so you're located in the community center.
I am at the Armory.
You're at the Armory. When I thought you were at the community center.
I have been at the Armory since 1984, and I'm still there.
You're still there.
They're going to have to take me out feet first because,
Feet first.
or I retire. Hopefully, I'll retire. But no, we worked it out. The Stillwater Area Sports Association is located there, and we have a nice gymnasium over there. We wanted to keep
Right.
open 8 to 5. Monday through Friday, so people could come in and use it, just open gym. But SAS is only over there 9 to 2.
Right.
So I offered, why couldn't I stay in the building, hire a part-time person, help manage it so we can keep that building open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And
every
it's
day.
really used because a lot of homeschoolers come over
yes.
there, seniors come and walk there.
Yes.
So, and I have done it myself on really cool days when I wanted to
Yeah.
go for a walk and go over to the gym.
Yeah, the Stillwater schools use it. Sometimes they come in and do indoor tennis lessons because we've got low nets they can hit off of. Pickleballers.
So tell me about
Huge.
pickleball. Tell me how does someone start a new sport like that, and how quickly did Stillwater embrace it?
Well, it kind of came, it looks like, from both coasts. Everything starts in either the east or west coast. So some of our participants kind of picked it up. They a lot of them had played tennis, and as you get older, it's harder to, tennis courts are, a certain size,
Yeah.
and you've got to be able to maneuver quickly. Pickleball is a much smaller court. The nets are shorter.
Do you still have a racket?
You have like a paddle.
A paddle.
And those can be anywhere from a $4.99 paddle to custom-made $250 paddles.
Do you have a $250 paddle?
I do not. I bought for the gym just for people to use the
Yeah.
$4.99
The
paddles.
$4.99.
But
Taxpayer dollars.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm not splurging on them. So, and basically the ball is a wiffle ball is what
Okay.
it looks like. But they can get 3 to 4 courts in our gymnasium, and we've purchased the nets with SASA, and they come in and play usually 4 days a week. They're in there playing. We're talking about doing some outdoor pickleball courts. The problem with that, they do it a lot again on the coast. The wind is so ferocious here.
Yeah.
And a wiffle ball has those holes in it,
Yeah.
and it's a little bit more
Yeah.
difficult.
You aren't going to
so-
get your ball back.
Yeah, you may not. It may blow off in the wind, and you'll have to chase it far.
So what else do you see coming in as a trend in Park and Rec?
I think a lot of what we're going to see is fitness oriented. In fact, we're talking about replacing some of the playgrounds that don't get a lot of use, some of our smaller neighborhood playgrounds, and putting some outdoor fitness equipment in it, especially the one Arrowhead by OSU campus. You don't have a lot of kids that live in that area anyway.
Yeah.
It's mainly college students who rent in that area. We thought instead of replacing it with a playground, might put some fitness equipment in there.
There's
So-
always people running in that neighborhood. Definitely feel like it'd be put to good use.
I'm of the age that I do need a little more physical fitness in my life, and I go walk at Boomer Lake a lot. So, but if there was places to do setups or places to
Would you
do
use it?
I would use it.
We've talked about Boomer Lake as
'cause
one
I
of
think
those places.
to me, it would be like, you run a little bit, you pause,
Right.
Run a little bit, do some chin-ups, run a little bit,
Right.
and I think it would add like a variety to the path there. Of course, I would fight the ducks because,
Yeah,
that's one of my fitness. Get away. But yeah, I definitely would. I like that idea, but
Good.
I wouldn't
I will-
a Boomer.
And we have talked about it.
Yeah.
And on the OSU campus, they have like little spots where you can do arm dips and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's along Monroe that I've seen one, and I've used it before. It's really
Yeah.
handy.
It does not have to be huge pieces of equipment. You can
Right.
put little smaller pieces in and still get the workout you
Yeah,
need to do.
I think that would be lovely. So even after you've been in the business for 35 years, there's still always something new and different.
Oh, yeah, and dog parks. Oh,
Dog
my
park.
goodness.
Tell me about dog parks.
I love dog parks. They're difficult to maintain. Stillwater needs an additional dog park. We need to rotate them in and out just so we can rest the one while the other
Yeah.
one's getting it. Impossible to grow grass on them. I mean,
Oh, I'm
we
sure.
do everything we can to try to keep the grass growing, but where they're located right now, in the Southern Woods Park, it's difficult to keep
Yeah.
grass growing. But we see more and more people. I mean, you go there on a nice day and it is packed.
Millennials
Big
love their
dogs.
dogs.
They do.
Big dogs, little dogs.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw a Great Dane was like getting cozy with a Chihuahua, and it was like
That's
they were trying.
adorable.
It was really cute. It's like they had bonded, and they were walking around the together, and the parents were trying to pull them apart, and they was like, "No, I have a new friend." But it was really cute.
Yeah, and we've partnered with OSU on that dog park, and that now they've kind of turned everything over to us because they actually kind of initiated the entire dog park.
For the millennials.
Yes, and so they've now given us complete control over it. And we probably will be purchasing some doggy equipment
Doggy-
in the near future
So
with
do
some
they
funds
need
we have.
fitness equipment too?
I think it keeps them interested in being at the park. And
Yeah.
again, I think most of it's for the owners.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if the dogs care if they're on a teeter-totter or, you know, there's
Yeah.
one they walk up and then it
Yeah.
gets to the top and
Yeah.
comes. But, you know, I watch some of these agility training competitions.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing it at Westminster now and all that. So it's, you know,
It's
it's
a
a
thing.
big thing.
It is.
So, but we need another dog park.
Yeah. Besides the parks, you do the events.
Right.
The Dancing with Daddy and the Mummy and
Mummy
Son.
and
that also is
Son,
under your
we do
purview.
that, yes. We do Boomer Blast, so we
Mm-hmm.
shoot off the fireworks 4th of July. Our events usually are held at the community center, the 2 dances. And again, they've grown. We've gone from 1 daddy-daughter dance to 4.
I know, that's amazing.
And they're
isn't it?
all sold, yeah, and they all
They
get
all
sold out.
sold out.
Yes.
Wow.
So Mummy and Son right now, 1 dance is sufficient, but I think the moms enjoy it even more than the kids
Oh,
because they
yeah.
come dressed in a costume also. And how often do moms get,
Yeah.
you know, the ability to?
I did it with Nick. He was a little bit on the older end when we started that. And the only thing that the boys wanted to do was run across the floor together, slide on their knees into the balloons. That kind of went on for about an hour and a half. And
Yeah.
the moms went to the dance floor, and yeah, it was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, the girls, they'll go on carriage rides
Yes.
and they'll do arts and crafts. Yeah, the boys, they're not
They just
into
wanna slide
that.
on the
They want to
floor.
slide into the balloons.
Yeah, eat some food and slide
Yeah.
into things. So,
So,
yeah.
but that is awesome. So, well, thank you, Barbara.
Well, thank you. It
You
has
are
been a
n-
pleasure
You've
being here.
now done a podcast.
I have done a
Can we bring
podcast.
you back?
Oh, if you must.
We
I
must.
think I'll
We had a blissful time.
well, thank you. I'll have to come up if you do some quick fire questions or whatever. You might
Do you like those better?
have to forewarn me or something
Okay.
on those. So
Your
yeah.
random but revealing lightning round.
Yeah, I have to be careful what I reveal. So you know,
We'll
but I
be
think
writing that
everything was
movie.
safe.
Yeah. We'll be
Today.
writing that movie.
I
Yeah,
look forward
coming.
to
Yeah,
it.
we're going to pitch that one. I think so.
Bliss, I like it.
Yeah, I think it'll work.
Okay.
The T-shirts. Yeah. That'd be awesome. Okay, thank you, Barbara.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to FYI Stillwater. If you like this episode, please leave us a like or a comment and be sure to share with your friends and family. Stay tuned for our next podcast.